Welcome back, fellas. Let's put this in the ether. This video I'm going to title "Women Are Lost." Right? I don't want to say it. Well, I do want to say it. I had to make a video. Right? Women are lost these days. Right? They're lost without directions. Right? Without men, they have no directions. Right? Without men, to get lonely. Right? Without men, to get crazy. Right? Without men, they can't survive. Right? Without men, they can't procreate. Right? They can't be a mother, which is ingrained in their DNA to nurture. Right? Without men, right, they're lost. Right? I'm going to say it. Without men, women are lost. Women are truly lost. And they like to say men are lost. No, men are not lost. We prefer being alone because we can find ourselves. Right? That's the difference. Right? When women are lost, when women are alone, they can't find themselves. It's like a deep black pit. And they're just walking around in circles. Right? It was up to me. It was what I'm seeing. Like, there are more lost women than ever. Right? They don't have a guiding directions. They don't have, especially when they don't have any father figure in their life. They're even more lost. They're doing all these debaucherous things, selling sex, right, for pennies on the dollars, right, on OnlyFans, on P-Hub and all this stuff, like selling and all this stuff. Like, these are not optimal decision, right? Like, why would you put yourself in these positions, right? Don't you know the internet's forever? Right? Don't you know your image could be leaked, right, to a vast amount of audience, right? Don't you know it's hard for you to recover from this kind of portrays, right? Look at Mia Khalifa, she's recovering. Look at all these porn stars, Riley Reid, whatever they are, right? They're regretting their decision, right? Because they don't have no strong father figure in their household. They don't have a man in their life, right? So this is what happened. When you don't have a strong father figure, right? We don't have a strong male in their life that take charges, that tell them what to do, right? They're lost. Right? This is why they don't know where to go to eat when you ask them, what do you want to eat tonight? Right? They say, I don't care. Right? This is why when you go to a restaurant, when you look up in the menu, most of them don't even know what to order. Right? That's why guys in every aspect have to make a decision for the women. Right? I know it sounds antiquated, right? Especially in modern time, but it is what it is. Right? Because without guys' assistance, they're gonna lose in life. Right? They have careers and they're still miserable, right? They're in upper chain, they're still failing, right? Because without men in their life, they're not fulfilled, right? A man could give them fulfillment, right? A man could give them a child which fulfill their roles in life, to be nurturing mothers. That's what they really want, right? They want a steady family. They want a man in their life to take charge, right? When they don't have that, they're lost. Women this generation are really, truly lost, right? And we have women psychologists on CNN saying, oh, men are lost because they want to commit, they don't want to ask girls out. No, men are not lost. Men see through the light. Men see through the BS right now, right? It's not a optimal decision. It's not prime, right? It doesn't benefit men at all to be dating modern women, right? Modern women are truly lost, right? They're more crazy than ever. They're more psychotic, right? And YouTube, I'm not saying this to disparage, so don't try to strike my video, right? I'm saying, right, by the example I'm saying, right? By my own observations, right? By my opinion, right? You can't be right or wrong by my opinion. But what I'm seeing, that they're truly lost, right? So, what's the solutions, right? How do they find themselves? I don't know, maybe don't argue with a man, Don't be combative with a man, right? Try to see his view, appreciate a man, give him some validations, all this stuff. It's not hard. It's the same thing that women wants as well, right? It's a fair exchange. Guys don't want much. Guys don't want your money, right? A woman's money don't mean nothing to a man. A woman's career don't mean nothing to a man. Women don't care. Men don't care, right? You can go up to a man, oh, I'm a doctor. Man's like, okay, whatever. Right? Okay, I'm a PhD. I got several PhDs. And men are like, okay, whatever. Oh, I published a book. Oh, okay, I'm an accomplished author. And men usually like, okay, whatever. Men don't need that. That does nothing for a man. I got multiple degrees. That does not do nothing for a man, right? At the end of the day, the men always have to pay for his stuff. Pay for you, right? You don't pay for his stuff. So if you don't pay, if your degree don't benefit him, he don't care about it. All right, your money, he's not seeing any of your money, so he don't care. Only simps were willing to volunteer himself to be a house husband because his his um his woman make more than him, right? Not understanding when a woman make more than men, it totally bring a different dynamic into a relationship. Now there's insecurity involved, dominancy involved, right? All these elements, right? That's what happened when you capitulate to a woman who's making more money than you, right? Now she's even more lost, so she don't have no direction in life, right? They want to say this strong and empowered and independent BS, right? Which in actuality, more women are contesting these remarks because it's showing clips after clips that I've seen, right? The women are they're outspoken against working, right? There's a movement right now that want to create women's jobs, which make them more, which allow more companies to make positions where allow them to do less work, right? Right? This is the type of stuff when you let a woman have their own rules and guidelines, right? They make decisions that make any sense, right? They make decisions that reduce productivity in a company, right? And it proves that they're truly lost. They don't know where they're going. Why do you think most of the companies that's led by women CEO are making terrible decisions? Right? Look at Best Buy, the woman CEO. She's making terrible decisions, making all these rules, right? All this stuff. This is why a man has to lead in a relationship. If you don't lead in a relationship, right, you are a beta. You're big beta, man. Right? If you're a guy who take the woman's last name, you're not taking charge. You're not ever taking charge, right? And if you take charge, if you're not leading her, she can lose in the relationship. She can get lost, right? So the point is, right? Without a man in her life, a stable man, a man is right mind frame, right? The right peak condition, the guy's in the right mindset, right? And she always dated a simp. It's just two. If she dated a simp, it's two women leading each other. It's two betas. That's what it is. You cannot have two betas leading, right? That's two inferiors. It doesn't go together. There always have to be a dominant figures in the relationships, right? There's always have to be somebody who dominates her, right? Why do you think a lot of women are into S&M and all that stuff, right? They're into this fantasy about being I don't want to say it, the grape culture and all that stuff. Most of them are secretly want to be dominated, right? They fantasize all these kind of things because they want to dominate. Dominance is a person who leads. That's what it is. They need to be led, right? I'm not advocating to abuse women. All right, I'm not about violence, right? But without any leadership, like everything else, if there's no leadership in the relationship, it's gonna be lost. When a man is not leading in his relationship, right, she's gonna want a divorce, right? When he's not leading appropriately, be stern with her, right? She's gonna want a divorce, and when she want a divorce, she's gonna lose. She's gonna be lost. She gotta find a man struggling to pay ends meet, the bills, while a guy when he's lost, he'll eventually find himself again. Right? And then he can lead his own path. Right? Like a blue pill guy, if he get red pill, he get red pill rage, then he can come to term of acceptance, and he'll find himself again. When you get red pill rage, you're kind of lost in the moment, lost in your emotion, but eventually you come to acceptance, and then you'll find your ways again. Women can't do that. They need some guidance. Right? Most of these women don't have no fathers. That's why they're lost. When you don't have a father, when you're raised by a single mother, right, and you don't have a father in your life, you lose. I mean, you're lost forever. So those are some of the example that made me realize that comes to term and understand that women are truly lost of these generations, right? And it's hard to find their way back. If they can't help themselves, we can't help them. Right? If they don't come out there and ask for help, we cannot help them. Right? That's why you see a lot of women out there struggling, being homeless and just lost. Right? It's sad to say. Right? But but the future of women is bleak, right? They're gonna struggle even more if they don't have a man in their life, if they're not willing to accept men as their role, if they're not willing to understand the role of two people, right? You cannot be a man and a woman to say not in a you cannot take a role of a man and a role of a woman together. You cannot take a role of a husband and a wife at the same time. You can't take a role of a mother and a father at the same time, right? It's conflicting ideologies, man. When you have two conflicting ideologies, you're lost and confused, right? And that's what most modern women are going through right now. They're lost and confused, and they can't find a way back. But I digress. Right? I don't want this video to take longer than as it is. But let me know if you agree. You think modern women today are lost? Do you think they can find a way back? Right? Do you think they just need a man in their life? What are the solutions? Right? Let me know if you agree. Leave a comment below. If you like my video, I drop videos daily. Like, share, subscribe, and on that note, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, peace and blessings.